I'm a mother of 6 children. I had 4 boys and 2 girls. In November of 2003, my little boy Matthew was struck by a car on Halloween night. We learned later at the hospital that the driver had been drinking. We spent the night at McMaster, my 5 other children and myself, until Matthew was pronounced. Matthew was pronounced brain dead, and I gave away his organs, and we drove the children home. November 2007, at 3:15 in the morning, police were at my door. They asked me if I had a son named Kevin, and they said, there's been a serious accident and we believe Kevin has died. And my whole world just fell apart again. We found out that Kevin had been out with a coworker. She was very intoxicated. Her blood alcohol was 0.236, almost 3 times the legal limit. They had been asked if they had transportation home, and Kevin said that he would call a taxi, which he did. And the taxi arrived, and she just kept screaming and swearing and refusing to get into the car, and that went on for about 15 minutes until finally the taxi driver had enough and he left. Then Kevin said that they would walk because we didn't live far, and he had walked many times. So they started walking, and she wanted to come back to her car, so he came back with her. Bar staff tried to talk them out of getting into the car, but she was not listening, and she got in anyway and shut the door and locked it. And he made a bad decision and probably just thought to leave his friend and to watch her drive off in that condition to our home. He probably, can only imagine, felt that he needed to go with her. Sometimes events unfold for young people that just get so out of control so quickly. She drove down a back street towards our house when she lost control of the car. It careened into a ditch and upended, and Kevin's side was flattened by a cement hydro pole. We took the police car to the morgue, and Kevin looked terrible, and I didn't want my children to see that. So I asked for a bowl of warm water, and I washed him and cleaned him before they came down. This was my son that I looked after all his life, and it was such a horrible end for him. It just seemed there was no dignity for him. You know, I wish with all my heart that he didn't get in that car, because he didn't want to die. And he had spent 4 years trying to recover his life and grieving for his little brother. And to have that happen after everything he had been through it made it even worse. He made a decision that I have to say that I was angry at him, and I felt really bad as a mother, being angry at my son when he was dead. It's just totally destroyed our lives, and all because, one person made such a bad decision.